Hi, my name is Kaity.
Yo, I'm Julio.
And on today's episode, we have a very special guest. Her name's Nicole. She's a passionate and resilient doer with roots in hard work and a heart set on the stage. She balances the demand of an unwavering dedication to creativity. By day, she works at her factory, a pursuit she values deeply. But it's in the world of dance, acting, and soon sewing where she will truly shine. So hi, Nicole. Welcome to the On Pause podcast. So, Nicole, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I was going to tell you the story after the podcast was done and leave this off the podcast, but I was like, I might have met my husband at church today.
Oh.
That's your dream, you want it?
I know.
When you were in college, you're like...
Should we ask again about how you met Kaity, or?
Yeah,
You guys didn't get that?
Oh.
Well, we got yours, but we didn't get Katie's reaction to
I didn't
it.
get my.
So the story is that we met in the 8th grade. We had the same class together. And the funny thing is that I consider Kaity a friend because we would hang out like friends do. But then I once called her a friend, and then she looked at me all weird, saying that, actually, you're more of an acquaintance. So that's the
But
story
I taught
of how...
you a word.
What?
I taught you a word that you'll...
You did. She taught me the meaning of the word acquaintance in the 8th grade.
Exactly. I don't know
That's
how
what
I
you
knew
are.
that word. I was so mean before.
At what point did I like stray away from acquaintance? I wonder.
That's a good question.
We don't know that yet.
It's still.
I think I'm still in that territory.
No. I think probably like freshman year and like that summer.
High school or college? Oh wait,
College.
you weren't
College.
freshman year.
No. So
high
sophomore year.
High school.
College.
So all of high school.
No, but
We had a class together, Kaity.
that's true. We did. It was one class.
Italian.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. So never mind.
Italian senior year.
Okay. I switched my answer. Senior year.
So did you guys know that you guys were going to the same college?
We didn't.
No.
Because she went to a different college and then transferred to mine. Because she's obsessed with me.
That was not the reason. No, I'm a devoted Catholic now, so that's why I went to the school. But
I think it started our college.
I'll bleep you, Nicole. You're gonna dox all of us.
You said the word first. You said our college first before. I don't think the microphone got it.
Yeah, exactly. It was
But
fake.
it doesn't stray from the facts.
No, that's not what happened.
Pretty cool. Do you guys have any more friends in college from high school? Or
Yeah.
But she doesn't go to work.
Oh, but that she is a common friend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was the whole thing actually. Sophomore year.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's just us.
It's just that story. Yeah, basically. But I like what's really cool is like the last like 2 years we've been like celebrating our birthdays together. And like this year I kind of went through a few things and I was like I really don't want to miss like a birthday. And I invited a few other people too that I really wanted there. But like it sounds so cheesy, but like it's always been us three. So it was like nice to be outside again and not be.
We did a painting picnic.
Did you finish the painting?
No. It's actually still in my room. I haven't been able to get back to it, but when the semester finishes, I want to get back to it and finish it off.
Sounds good.
If I dedicate a day to it, I can probably finish it though.
Yeah.
I just don't have a day.
It's okay. She's a very, very busy person.
That's cool. Did you know that she was at that college when you went there? Like, did you go find her, or did you guys like kind of happen to find yourselves?
Yeah. I know.
Told me that you were coming to the school.
But I knew that you were going to the school, because I remember in like senior year in high school where people wear their sweaters that they got accepted. Like I remember that, but I wasn't thinking, oh, like she goes there when I applied.
You told somebody
Yeah.
that I think you told somebody that
You know we have to bleep names, right? So the more you say names, the more work I have to do.
How would you know who I'm talking about? I remember that you told somebody that you wanted to like reach out to me because I went to that college that you were going to. I don't remember who it was, but yeah.
Like when I was at that school, I think transferring to a new school is very weird. Like people already have like their friend groups established. So I always went to Nicole. It was like the first semester, even like the first year. Like we would go to the gym together. Yes. We would eat lunch. Yeah. But mostly go to the gym.
You know those friendships where it's like one person has the schedule and has the machines and how many reps and the other person's just kind of there? That was me.
Yeah.
I don't go to the gym. I try to go back to the gym, yeah. But then I have a friend, and so now I have to be the one with the list, and I'm not good at that. No, she looks onto me for guidance on what to do, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I miss that school. And when I went back last week, I was like, oh my God, I miss this. And like I got to speak to some people there, and like they were
not me. Not even a text.
I didn't know. Wait, do you go to school on Wednesdays?
I go to school Monday through Thursday, yeah.
Oh, well, I was there in the night, though. I got there at like 5.
Yeah, I was there. My class was in the afternoon till like 6:18.
Oh, damn. Well, I was there. I was in the dorms, though.
I was still there. Like, you could have said hello.
That's true. I was going to text you. I was thinking of texting you.
Could have, should have, would have, didn't.
Oh, I can't say anything right on this podcast, even though it's my podcast. But yeah, that's basically it.
Well, that is true for like Katie does do the scheduling for the podcast. I just kind of show up. So
I'm very good at having a schedule.
She's the planner. She's just a natural planner.
Yeah, she is.
I think it's called OCD.
Need to be in control. Like,
yeah, I'm learning that in therapy and letting go of stuff. You know. Let go, let God, kind of. But I just love having a plan. Like everything needs to have its place, and it just makes me feel like more comfortable and like safe with the plan or with like a schedule.
But what about when things don't go as planned? Like
there's a backup plan.
Is there?
Hopefully.
Because some people come in like freaked out when what they planned isn't going how they planned. I don't know. Is that you?
Well, actually right now it's like focusing on the podcast and stuff, and like I'm taking a break from college and stuff and just working on my mental health. But like I'm thinking of like going and like getting my nail technician certification and like makeup certification.
Really? You're gonna be a cosmetologist? Or
I don't know.
Is that what it's called?
I just want to open up a salon. Like and like decorate the place really nice.
I don't know if you've been to where the restaurant is. That street. There's a nail tech that's all pink and all flowers. It's so pretty. You should stop by there.
Okay.
I don't go there anymore because they always cut me.
Well, let me not do your job because look at this. But
if you want someone to practice on, I'm down.
You have free nails?
What?
You have nails available?
Yes.
Of course. Look at
10 of them.
You can show the
20 if you count my toes, but we're not showing my toes.
We'll show our toes on our Patreon. I'm just kidding.
I know we talked about you dancing earlier. I don't know if it's going to make it to the episode because of our technical...
Should I reiterate?
Yeah. Just
you asked me about my week, and that's when it came up.
And you were talking about your dance recitals, right?
Yes.
Is that your main hobby that you like to do, or?
I would say so, because I find myself... I don't have a lot of time for myself because my whole life has basically been just school and work. But I've always found myself kind of being in a dance setting somehow. Like when I want to find something that I want to do, it's always somehow dance related. Like in high school, I was a cheerleader. So I was a competitive cheerleader. I did that for 2 years. And then now in college, I'm doing the dance ensemble. And who knows after that? I'll probably start salsa lessons once I graduate from college, because why not?
Like teaching them or just...
No, like taking them.
Oh. Were you thinking teaching?
Yeah, I was thinking teaching.
To me, it's always about learning something. I don't know if I'm able to teach anything new, but I always like learning something new.
Do you want to talk a little bit about working?
Sure.
And like what that's like, I guess, going to school and working at the same time?
So at the moment, I run an empanada factory. So me and my family, we have a frozen food kind of company, and we are in the process of expanding that as well. But throughout like my years, I've been doing different things. That's the thing with like entrepreneurship. It's kind of a process.
Yeah.
So we started with a product, and then that led on to somehow to our restaurant that we still have here. And then from there, we had a bakery in a different location, and then that didn't go well because of COVID, because we kind of opened it during that whole COVID thing, and so that didn't go well. And we used that space to kind of start the empanada business, and now we are expanding that.
Oh, that's awesome. How do you balance going to school and work?
Very badly.
And dance.
It's become more normal and more natural to me now, just because I've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell people about my day or my life, and they'll be in shock. They'll be surprised. My other college friends, and they'll be like, "What? I don't wake up until 1 p.m." So kind of like, wow, kind of jealous, to be honest.
What time do you wake up, Katie?
Like 7.
Oh, I also wake up at 1 p.m. but I also go to sleep at 4 a.m. So
That's true.
Damn.
So I'm always busy looking at these videos and stressed out about them. Because last night when we posted it, a video, it was at 21 views until 4 a.m. when I went to sleep. And then when I woke up at 10 o'clock,
It had 900.
it had 900. So,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a roller coaster of emotions.
See, that's why I don't look at them.
That's
I don't look
exciting.
at them until like we looked at one together, and it went up really high, like 900 views in like an hour, and we were like, oh! But then it's just too much like anxiety provoking, and I'd rather just be like, oh yeah, I hit this, and then I'll text you, and then it's fine. It's like whatever. Not that I don't appreciate the views, but you know.
What makes you nervous about the views that people are like watching you?
I just don't like to sit there and like watch it spike up. You know what I mean? Because it's like it shows us like a graph, and then it'll be like, ooh, this many people are watching right now, and like it'll count every minute of like how many people are watching, and I'm just like, I don't want that. I don't really know this. You know, I'll check it later. But
I kind of like it. I kind of like all the numbers.
Yeah, like that's what you want. You want a lot of numbers. You want a lot of views and likes and comments.
that is true. I just want to like see them, but like not see them. I don't know if that makes
You want to
sense.
see the end result, but you don't want to see it coming up.
Yeah, because what if it fails? Then I'm like, okay, let it do what it needs to do.
No, I think the reason I like it is because I kind of look at when people stop watching to see if it's like, oh, what was so boring about this part that made people stop watching it. So I kind of, every single time I upload one, or we upload one, I try to see where we could improve on. So like if there's kind of like a dead space in a short, I try to minimize that so people can continue watching, if that makes sense.
Retention. Wait for it. I'll let you do that. I like the creativeness. We'll do that.
The planner over here.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I use a lot of Canva on here.
I love Canva. I barely use it. I don't know. I get lazy and I just go to PowerPoint.
Not for presentations. We haven't had to make a presentation yet, so.
When would you have to?
Investors.
What?
Investors. Yeah.
Money.
Exactly. Subscribe to our Patreon. Let's say if you didn't have work and you didn't have school, how would you spend your day?
On my lazy days, I just like watching TV. I've done a lot of like different things. For example, painting. Started doing that when I was very young, but then I stopped and I never got back to it until your birthday party. So that's something I would like to get it back into. And I don't know. I used to play instruments as well.
Did you used to sing?
I did used to sing. It was mainly so where I used to live in my other apartment, there was a music school at the basement. So, yeah. So my dad was real friends with the teacher, and we were real friends with the teacher, and so I would just go downstairs and we would learn, and then he would also have music like singing classes, and so I would go to that too. I don't think I ever would sing live though. I did play the violin once or twice at like church, but I don't think I sang to people
Really?
live in high school when we had music class.
Oh.
Yeah, they would do the little concerts during Christmas. Yeah. I'm a good singer though. That's why I don't like to do it. It's just something you like to do and it's fun, but it's not exactly something you're like, oh wow, I'm amazing at this. No, I just enjoy doing it, and that's why I do it.
Yeah. But that's a good way to look at it. Even if you're not good at it, you can still have fun doing it.
Yeah, that's true. What's your favorite TV show that you've been watching? Because you said that you, in your free time, that's what you do.
Yeah. I love comfort shows. Like, my comfort shows are usually sitcoms, but right now I'm very into cop shows.
Like CSI?
Like
CSI?
during document. No, it's, 911?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. It's more of a, I guess, firefighter show. 911. High Potential, I think it's called. It's a new one on Netflix. It only has one season. I already finished it. I'm waiting. I keep Googling, like, when is the next season coming out? Because I really liked it. And The Rookie. The one I've watched the most is probably The Big Bang Theory. That's
Love The Big Bang Theory.
me and my parents. That's like our show. So every night we watch a couple of episodes on the TV.
Have you watched is it Baby Sheldon?
Young
A Young
Sheldon?
Sheldon.
Yeah.
I've watched it, yeah. I finished it, and I don't know where to find. They made a follow-up show with the older brother and kind of his life with the wife and their daughter. I don't know where to find that though. I think you have to pay another site, and I'm not doing that.
I hate that.
You haven't really told me, but I think Katie knows about you wanting to be an actor.
Yes. That's kind of one of those like dream type of things, you know.
What made you want to be, or what inspired you?
I think my first memory of wanting to act was when I was very little, and my dad used to run a company. It wasn't his company, but he would run it. And so he knew this guy who had his own TV show. I don't know, what's the purple dinosaur called?
Barney?
Yes, he was like the Barney. So he was like a clown. So there was singing, dancing, a bunch of kids. And so my older brother and older sister, they were in that show. They would sing, they would dance. They would be on clips, and me being the little sister that I am, I was like, oh, I want to do that too. I want to be like them. And so I begged my dad to ask like the guy if I could be in the show too. Yeah. But he said no because I was too young. I think I was like 5 years old. Ever since then, I kind of didn't give up on still wanting to do it because I know that if he had let me, I would have done it and I would have done a good job.
I didn't know the story.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I don't really tell that story. I don't even tell that I want to act to a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some close family knows and stuff. Some friends know and they ask about it, like, oh, how's that going? I'm like, it's going.
Yeah. Like at our college, have you taken classes?
I took, they did have a course, but they only have one course on it. They don't like specialize or have a minor for it. But I really enjoyed it. For our final, we had to do a monologue in front of the whole class, and it was nerve-wracking, but it's an opportunity to act. So I was really excited.
Well, to me, it sounds more like you like the performance of it, right? Because like you also like dancing.
Yeah.
Singing, you kind of like it, but not really performing.
I would say I'm a performer just because I could dance and not be on stage,
Yeah.
but yet somehow every
Yeah.
time I do something, it's to be performed. It's like, doing cheerleading competitively and then doing the ensemble. Yeah.
I'm kind of intimidated now.
Why?
I don't know. It's kind of like Selena Gomez when she was on Barney.
Yeah.
That kind of reminded me
Of that story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when she was young, that's when she started Barney, and then she went up.
So you're like
This is like
pre-scared that someday I will become famous.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She'll remember us.
And now we do need that picture. So it'd be like, this is where she started.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That gives me like hope because I have other friends that are always like, "Oh, I believe you could do it," and so that like gives me joy that if you believe it, maybe I do too.
Well, I haven't seen anything, so I'm just talking, right? I'm just a hype man, so.
Oh, that's true. You know what's weird? Jason told me today in the morning that he was like, "You remind me of Selena Gomez." I was like, "What does that mean?"
But,
It was just a random comment. And now that you mentioned Selena Gomez, I'm like, And going back to the guy story, she's dating Benny Blanco?
Yes.
Yeah, so then I told him I'm not going to date a Benny Blanco. Like, look-wise.
I've seen like him talking about Selena like in the interviews.
Yeah.
I get it. Looks change. Like no. I am a firm believer that you can you can become attracted to somebody based on who they are, I don't think you can be with somebody unless you're not attracted to them. But I don't know, if like seeing who they are and if they are a good person and a really nice person,
That's
it
true.
makes you like in your eyes, it just makes them so much more attractive.
That's true. I have like some ugly guys.
Same. In high school. I didn't see it. Like everybody saw it. I had this crush in high school. Everybody saw it except me until I got to college, and then I was like, okay, I see it now.
I see it. She was blinded.
Was
Was.
Not
Past
anymore.
tense. Was. Not anymore.
no, never.
He's like, they were all beautiful. They were 10 out of 10s across the board.
No, they all broke the scale. There were some 20s, there were some 11s, some
Wow.
33s, 100s out of 10s, yeah.
That's very kind of you to say.
I know, we're kind of mean at this point. No names, though. No names.
No names.
So it's not really me.
No, it's not. They'll never know. They'll never watch this. So.
What do they do?
What do you mean, what do they do?
What if they do? What if they do watch it?
No.
They won't know, though, because they don't know.
It's only like we know, so it's
We
like.
know.
Yeah.
They don't know what we know. We know what they don't know.
Exactly.
Friends reference.
What if your friend of a friend knows?
They do. A friend of a friend will know.
A friend of a friend will know, but the friend will not be named, so the friend will not know that the friend is the friend. Does that make sense?
Girl logic.
Exactly. Perfectly said. Did that make any sense to you?
No.
Girl logic.
Exactly. Girl code.
Has there ever been a time that you felt like you couldn't do like your acting or your dancing?
All the time. Yeah. Because growing up, it was all, like my life revolved around work. And so anytime I wanted to do anything else, my dad would kind of be there to kind of like tell me that I couldn't do it because it would take time away from work. I remember one time, this was in senior year of high school, me and our friend, we left school and we went to the gym and we got a gym membership. I didn't even get a gym membership. She got a gym membership and I got a guest pass as her guest. And I got home and I got really excited to tell my dad, hey, I'm going to the gym now. I'm so excited about it. And then he gave me this whole lecture about how every minute that I'm not, like I'm somewhere else, like I'm at the gym, for example, it's one more minute that I'm not at work and I'm not working, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And so that just sucked the energy out of, like all of my excitement just kind of went away. And that was the same way with most of things. Like, I always wanted to go to camp, but then I couldn't go away for camp because I had to work, you know. I still want to do it. Like, I want to be a camp counselor. I like kids. Yeah. That would be fun. That's kind of why I went to West Virginia, because it was kind of like being a camp counselor. But yeah, I would have liked to volunteer, like as a teacher's aide maybe, or at a hospital, kind of get more experience other than what I was doing, but it was always like, no. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And have you started pursuing those stuff more frequently?
What do you mean?
Or, like, I know you said your parents say no to it, but do you still look out for those opportunities to dance?
Yeah. Like every opportunity to dance that I've mentioned was just me wanting to do it. You know, if it was up to them, I wouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like cheerleading, I first wanted to play volleyball. But then my mom got scared because she thought I would get like hit by the balls. She was like, play basketball instead. I'm like,
that's even worse.
The balls are harder and I'm short. Like, how would I play basketball? No, volleyball's better. But yeah, she didn't let me do volleyball. And so I got even a more dangerous sport, which is cheerleading, because I was a flyer. So I was the person they would throw up in the air and catch. So take that, Mom. I'm fine though. I only ever got scratched, I guess, when they caught me. Yeah. I feel like the person I would fall on would get more hurt than I did.
Gosh.
We're gonna cut that up and send that to your parents.
They don't speak English.
I can translate.
Yeah, Katie.
What do you mean?
Ask me questions.
What do you want me to ask you about?
This is your podcast.
I know. Do you want to talk about me?
Yes, let's talk about you. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so we have, like, going back to, like, high school and stuff. Like, how would you say that I've, like, changed as a person? Or, like, have I?
I mean, the podcast definitely shows a lot of self-growth just because you were so shy in high school. And you changed a lot. Like, I knew you at your Shawn Mendes era.
Oh, dear Lord.
Then at your K-pop era, your anime era, she would go to high school with colored hair.
Oh, yeah, I had
blue contacts.
Yes, I did.
And you were into fashion, so you would, like, wear these elaborate outfits, too.
Not anymore. I'm a little bit more calmed down now.
Yeah. So I've seen you through all those eras.
Exactly, and then soon it'll be my engagement. And then... Exactly.
You'll get married at the church you met. Did you even meet him, or did you just see him from afar?
I waved.
Did he wave back?
Yeah, he was
He
like...
did?
You know when people at church go like, oh, peace be with you?
Oh, he was close.
No, he was like really right there. And his mom wasn't there. So it was like... Okay. Let me go into detail now. Okay, so at the pews, his brother normally sits at the end.
So you know him? Like, you've seen him before?
Yeah. Okay. So wait, no, I'll retract the story. He normally sits at the end, and his brother normally sits like closer to like the inside. This time they switched, and this time I sat like on the other side. You know how there's pillars in church and it like divides? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was sitting on that side. So once the deacon was like, oh, peace with your brothers and sisters and stuff. So I said peace to the lady next to me. And by the time I looked around, he was already going like this. Hi. But it was very surprising. And Julio, everyone, I'm getting married. But no, I mean, yeah. I've changed a lot, I think.
You have.
Over the last few years. And I think the last like month or 2 months has been a lot of change. Difficult changes too, which we will get into in this podcast. I'll tell you off the camera. But yeah, it's nice to have a friend to go and like see me through everything and like become a married woman soon.
It better be a bridesmaid or...
Of course. Anybody who has seen me cry will be invited to my wedding. Ose's invited.
Have I seen you?
Probably. If
I don't
not
think so.
cried, if not the day after. That counts too. So
Oh, yeah.
probably yes. Or if I have talked to you about sad feelings, then yes. She's remembering.
No, because remember when we went through our whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that technically counts.
That was long.
Yeah, that was a lot. I was unmedicated, people, and no therapy previously, so it got too serious soon.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
about the thing that we're talking about, so.
That's true.
I don't know how in depth you want to get into.
We just had like a disagreement, argument, or like two different sides to thing.
Nope.
Was that not it?
Nope.
What was it?
You just, something happened and then you just completely took it out of proportion. Let's call our friend right now.
We're not
She was
gonna.
there.
She's working. She's not available for us.
Yeah, you were telling me a story and then I was commenting on the story and then you said you thought I called you something, which I never did.
Yeah, okay, I'm remembering now.
Yeah,
I'm remembering.
I never did. And then she just refused to talk to me for months after that.
That is true.
Like, I didn't even know she had a problem with me until our friends told me. And I'm like, okay.
And I never told the friend to say anything. So technically, friend.
She's my friend too. She's my friend too.
If you're watching this. I'm joking. No, but yeah.
I'll tell her you said that.
She can watch the podcast. I think our friendship has gone through, like, if it were to break, it would have broken there. Right?
I'm very forgiving.
I can also change. So.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
believe that. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she did say you have changed. What about Nicole? Do you think she's changed a lot since you've met her? Since she was your acquaintance?
Honestly, I don't remember much in high school.
It's all a blur.
And in general, high school, I think for me was just a blur.
Yeah.
But I think starting from like college, I think she's always kind of been wise, always. So I feel like that's never changed. And she's always like the wise mind. You know how there's like an emotional mind and there's a wise. She's always been the wise mind. I'm telling her one of these crazy stories about whatever, and she's like, oh. She's like, she'll give me like almost like a mom response.
I'm the realist of the group. Our other friend, she likes to edge her on for the plot. I'm
Yeah.
more like, yeah, shut that off. Shut
Yeah,
that down.
not anymore. Not anymore. She's always been wise, so I don't think that's changed. It's just a different level of like emotional maturity as things happened, right? So
I'm getting old.
It sounds like you've always been old. You're just growing into it. So
Well, working. I was a college student in the 3rd grade, basically, like working and going to school at the same time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you learn things. I didn't get the privilege of staying home playing video games.
I think it's cool. I think
it is really cool.
that you've been able to work and go to school and still be able to pursue things that you want to. I think that's really cool because a lot of the times people don't pursue things because they feel like they're not worth it. You know, that they have to go, they don't go to school because they think they have to get a job immediately because they need to provide for their family, right? But you being able to go to school and still be at your family job and then still be able to pursue these creative endeavors, I think that's very inspiring. I think, you know, a lot of people would agree with that,
Yeah.
right?
I can't word things because it's also, I'm really bad when it comes to like, if they're my friend, I feel like they already know stuff. But I guess it's probably not. Because I'm not really great with
Because she doesn't
words.
say things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she doesn't say things. She's like, oh, they should know.
Exactly.
Telepathically, I told you I like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you and the church guy. Telepathically.
Well, he
knows,
got it.
basically.
He got it. He turned around. Right?
No,
He's
already
stared.
looking. He was already staring, so the eyes
I'm ready for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that. Did I tell you about that one time when I like went to, I kind of crashed this college orientation one time. Did I say about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one guy, because before I feel like having a crush makes things more exciting. So I went to this college orientation for my friend, and it was in my college because I was already in college, and I like found a guy in a group who was kind of cute. And so at the end, we were kind of playing these games, and we were all in a circle, and you had to look down, look up, and if two people were looking at each other, you were out. And I was like, okay, I want to look at him, but let me wait a couple rounds. Let me wait a couple rounds. So by the third round, I looked down, I looked up, he was looking at me, and I was like, oh my God. And so, yeah, I think he telepathically knew.
Exactly, so sometimes it
like,
does
how
work.
did he know to look at me at that exact time? Unless he was always looking at me.
That's what I'm saying. That's my philosophy at church. That's what I was thinking, exactly. So. Anyways, announcement. Next week, official wedding video at at Holy Family Church.
I'll be the photographer.
Exactly. We only have one.
Oh.
Well, you'll be invited, so
What am I gonna
you can't.
do?
Yeah, you can't.
I can't take pictures.
For the proposal, I'll be... Oh, wait.
We don't have enough time. It's only a week. We don't know yet, but we'll see where that goes. I'll keep you updated.
You better.
Fun stories all around.
That's kind of that's kind of crazy.
I told my brother I'm gonna get friends with his mom. I'm gonna like befriend the mom because the mom is like, I don't know, all the old church ladies, they're so nice. So I'm like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Like,
Fill out the Spanish, she knows her culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not a no sabo kid.
Exactly. I know all the passages in Spanish. You're gonna test me.
You know how to get in with the church ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
You are a church lady.
I forget. Yes, I am. Oh my gosh. And then I'll have kids, and then I'll move, and then the podcast will end.
After 5 episodes.
Or we're already at the death of the podcast.
No. We bring the children on.
Interview them.
Exactly. It's all fun and goose. It might not happen. Who knows?
I'm staying out of this.
He's like, who knows what'll happen with that? Oh, describe your ideal type for people watching. Maybe they want to submit.
I was wondering if you were gonna ask me like relationship questions, and I was like, oh my gosh, we can make a whole episode on this. We can name it the shortest episode yet. Like, I have nothing to talk about.
But like, what would your ideal guy look like?
I don't have. In high school, I would describe my ideal guy as like a white boy that speaks Spanish, because cultured, But then my first boyfriend ended up being a Puerto Rican that didn't speak any Spanish. So it's kind of like, I don't know what I want. You can look like whatever.
Just Hispanic.
Just Hispanic.
No, not anymore. It changed.
It's never been Hispanic.
Just someone that speaks Spanish.
Yeah. It's never been Hispanic. Like, no thank you. At least not Dominican.
Wait, I thought the guy from high school, he's Hispanic. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other one. Oops.
The one I dated.
No. The one that looks like him that still goes to...
No.
Yeah.
He's not.
No, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No.
He's half and half.
That's just a way of saying he's not.
He's white.
Yeah.
Cultured, he's white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
what's your ideal guy?
My ideal guy. My ideal guy is a billionaire.
Real.
Same. Yes, please.
Anyone want to sign? We could do a Love Island.
It's like in the last episode. Because I've seen all the episodes. And then you were like, oh, I came out in 19-something. And you were like, you're gay. This is a part 2 of that. Talking about Julio's ideal guy.
We're going to clip that.
Yeah. I don't really have a type in a guy as long as he's filthy rich. I don't mind.
Real. I'm just kidding. I don't care about that.
I know you have a list, Katie.
Oh, I do have a list.
Did you add anything onto that list?
He wants kids. He has a good relationship with his family. And he has to love dogs. I want like at least 3 golden retrievers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Part of me wants a dog, but like I don't know if I could take care of a dog. I don't know.
I'm gonna practice with Max. Max will do my test run, and then we'll go from there. Right? Because Max is pretty small compared to a golden retriever. Like one of my friend's dogs, I took him on a walk, and he like pulled me. They're huge.
They're pretty big.
They're pretty big.
I kind of want a guard dog. I don't know, but then I'm scared. What if they
Attack you instead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could happen, not on purpose. Like
On
it
accident.
could happen. Yeah. Like the
Should we
dog probably doesn't want to hurt you, but
That's true. Should we tell the story about Lucas and Max?
Yeah.
Brother,
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, he was in there. He went to go get pizza. Okay, so basically the story is that we were working on the podcast, and then Julio left to go get pizza. My mom came with my little brother Lucas, and she set him on the floor, so she was carrying him, put him down. Max came and was running, and like hit him with his nose, and Lucas fell. So then my mom thought that Max had like bitten Lucas, because Lucas was crying like really bad. And they had to look at Max. Poor Max. It wasn't Max's fault. He just wanted to play. But yeah.
He's just excited.
Yeah, and Lucas didn't see him because he wept. He like fell over. It was so sad for both of them that day. But yeah. How's Max?
Traumatized.
Oh, no, he probably forgot about it.
Yeah, he's a very calm dog. He's not really one to bite someone unless you try to steal his food. But even then, like even if he's eating and I put my hand between him, like stop, he doesn't bite me. Like I've seen some TikToks of some dogs where even if they get close to it, they start barking at you. So he's very calm compared to those dogs.
Except with Lucas.
Except for Lucas.
I don't know what
But he is very hyper in terms of he wants to play all the time.
Yeah.
So like he'll try to get your attention, like jump on your lap or like scratch at you to, play with him. But he's not very bark or bite.
Yeah, he's a very friendly dog. Just maybe not used to having a baby around.
Yeah.
I have a scar on my leg from a dog. Yeah. She was like a big dog. I was staying at like a family friend's house for the night in Florida, and she was like a really big dog, and she was in the room. We were like 6 of us staying in this one room, and she was trying to get in. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to be in here, because my parents were staying in that room, and I know they would have been upset if they saw the dog there. So I was kind of trying to like nudge her out of the room, but like we weren't cool at the moment, and so she kind of like bit me, but she didn't really bite me. Like it didn't leave a mark, which leads me to believe that she didn't want to like hurt me.
Yeah.
But she did jump, and she had really long nails, and so she scratched me in the leg, and it scarred.
Damn.
I'm fine though. I was scared because the next day I was going to like Universal, the water park.
Oh.
So it was fine, like, but that could have been bad.
Yeah. I love dogs. They're so cute. After her story.
Hey guys, it's me Max again. Sorry for interrupting this video. I just wanted to show you guys this funny video On Pause has been working on where they test their Espanol. Let's take a look.
I'm not losing. Clima?
Unfortunately, that is not one of the answers.
Give me a second. Environment? Oof.
Looks like she needs multiple choice.
Julio, your word is cake.
Cake?
Cake.
Ooh. Pastel.
Wrong. Unfortunately, pastel is not one of the options.
Kaity, your word is to carry out.
I was gonna say a word I don't say.
I don't even know.
Right? It's like fortalecer.
Yeah, that's true. It's very hard to be happy when you let them win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you say that in Spanish? Cobarde.
Looks like somebody skipped Spanish class. Leave a comment if you want to see the full video.
Yeah, I had a blast. So thank you for watching. Thank you for Nicole for being on the podcast.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
No, it was a pleasure. But we did have one more question for you. If someone that's listening right now is stuck between, working, pursuing their dreams, school, having to juggle all of that, is there any advice that you would give them?
Just do it, I guess. Because you can't dedicate your life to just doing one thing, Always find a balance between what you have to do and what you like to do. Because maybe what you'd like to do won't always, maybe generate money, and we need that kind of to survive. But find ways, even small ways, where you could do it all, I guess, kind of. It will be hard, but I don't know. It's kind of the advice.
I mean, that's great advice.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure someone will resonate with it, and like if they listen to the whole podcast, they'll like
Be like,
yeah,
she's right. I do have an extra 3 hours in my day I can do something with.
Like me, with the sewing thing, I don't know. That's just a recent thing that I want to get into. And yeah, I'm kind of just saving at the moment to like buy the materials. But what I've been doing in the meantime is kind of just looking at videos of maybe how to do all the things, 'cause I have no idea. And I don't know, that's kind of feeding my desire to do this even more. I don't know.
What do you feel about that, Katie?
about the sewing.
No, about
You wanted to be a fashion designer.
I did. So I was
What
like,
happened to that?
if you needed help, I still know how to do some stuff, kind of.
What happened to that?
You know how you were like, oh, we kind of need money to survive, and then I was thinking, oh, I kind of have to choose a major that will give me money. So then I went the business aspect, and then I kind of crashed out a little because of like. Anyways, we'll talk about that whole different episode. But
finding that balance and just doing something that would bring you happiness or joy. Like even though you are working, and going to school, you still have to make time for those passions, just so you're not stressed all the time.
Yeah.
that's true. Which I feel
Because,
like you
what's
do
the
a good job.
point? I don't know. Because some work can be pretty draining, and a lot of people don't like what they're doing for work. And if that's the only thing they're doing, then you're just making yourself, like, really miserable in your life. So, yeah. Finding, like, a happy medium, I think, is the way to go. For example, with the acting, like, sure, I would love to be working right now in something related to acting, but I can't. So something I did do is that I would take some acting classes in the city once a week. And so that's still, I still got to do something that I enjoyed.
It's true. I think starting the podcast for me and like being like, oh, I want to do my nails, or I want to start doing other people's nails, or doing makeup again, or figuring out. I mean, it'll be different for the podcast because we're planning on just like selling like hoodies and stuff that like it'll say like on pause on the side, which won't really be fashiony, but we'll like see the merchandising side of it and like work with companies to do that. So I feel like
there's stuff you could do with that. You could do different styles of
That's true.
hoodies.
That's true.
And kind of make it your own.
Yeah.
Kind of go into that creativity side that you like.
Well, have anything else to say, or?
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be the first non-family member guest on the podcast. The company's called Picalo Foods. Currently located in Connecticut. If you guys want to try their product at some point. And my Instagram, I also have LinkedIn. My Instagram is Nicole Valdez.
You want to say bye?